So already we've got another keyboard on the channel, and this time we're taking a look at the Yunzii YZ87 mechanical keyboard, and I must say that I am a little perplexed. Now, the last keyboard we took a look at was the EpoMaker F75, and upon a not so close inspection, you can probably tell that these keyboards are extremely similar to one another. Now, is this a coincidence? Well, to be honest with you, I'm not really too sure. I found a couple of things on Reddit about who builds what and who rebadges this and that and the other, and there are definitely some fans of Yunzii out there who want to shame EpoMaker. But for the information I needed, I'm not really too sure. But I wanted to just bring that to people's attentions because I did find it quite peculiar. So for this review, let's concentrate on the Yunzii YZ87, which was very kindly sent to me for this content. And before we start, hit that subscribe button so we know you're enjoying the content. Now, it's a 75% TKL style mechanical keyboard that looks pretty stylish if you're going for that white themed setup. It's not quite pure white, but more of a slight cream color, but still it does look absolutely great. It's got some accented keys similar to the EpoMaker for that spacebar, the left and right function keys which are slightly grey, and also the arrow keys on the left. The font does look really nice and clear, and the keys are nicely textured, though quite smooth as well. They're double shot PBT cherry profile keycaps with 4mm of max travel distance and 2.0 down to 0.6mm of pre-travel. I have read somewhere that the print will never rub off through overuse, but of course time will tell here. I've not had this keyboard anywhere near long enough to really see any long-term effects from use. It uses what they're calling south-facing RGB, which is supposed to give you, as a user, a better effect, but in a darkened room, I'm not sure south-facing or straight-up facing is going to be much different. The battery indicator for the 5000 milliamp battery above the arrow keys is a nice touch, and you can change the RGB effects here by clicking FN and /. For its switches, it uses Yunzii built switches, which aren't really too bad at all. They're a bit more clacky than I would have liked, but that may suit your personal taste. They're extremely responsive and do not need much effort to press, which makes this keyboard a great option for touch typing. There is also a very smooth actuation and no bottoming out, which feels really nice. It uses a gasket mounted structure with 5 layers of filling, silencer, and pour-on gaskets filling the gap between the PCB positioning plate, but you've got things like a nice silicone underpad, sound deadening foam, and an IPXE insulation soundproof film, pretty much the same as what you had in the EpoMaker keyboard as well. But as I say, all of this does dampen the sound made from the clicks on the keys, but as I said before, it does literally mirror that of the EpoMaker keyboard. Yunzii have made their board hot swappable too, with the ability to use switches with 3 or 5 pins. This opens up the levels of customizable options pretty widely, and using the Yunzii YZ87 as really a starting point rather than buying everything separately can be a good idea. Though of course, doing it this way you are very limited because of the size of the chassis. There is a driver available for the Yunzii YZ87, but it is very, very basic and really only used to map micro commands. It is available from the Yunzii website, which I will leave a link in the description below. Though to be honest with you, the keyboard works perfectly fine for me without the software. Leave it be and enjoy your keyboard, and really only if you must use the macros, then download it. You can also customize your perky RGB inside of the Yunzii software, but again, this doesn't feel too intuitive, and really I just stuck with the preset options I was given and changed that using the FN and the / key. Around the back, you've got a couple of toggles which aid with your connectivity. The first toggles between Bluetooth and 2.4 GHz connections. Being Bluetooth, you don't need a dongle, and you can use the YZ87 on a range of devices, including mobiles and tablets and laptops. The second is for switching between Windows and Mac. I only use Windows, unfortunately, but I assume it is to do with keyboard layouts. It connects to the PC using a wireless dongle or a USB Type-C connector, of which is included in the box, and it has 3 stages of tilt and some rubber feet on the bottom just for some grip. A final level of customization you have is to replace the top right keys with a pattern frame. Now, I did keep my scroll lock and print screen keys though, because I do find those quite useful. Now really, like I said when I reviewed the EpoMaker Ayula F75 not too long ago, these keyboards are a great starting point for customization hobbies. But if you're someone who wants to step outside the realm of Western consumerism and escape brands like Razer, Logitech and SteelSeries and go for something a little bit more funky and a bit more custom, then a keyboard like the Yunzii YZ87 is a great option. but if you're a true enthusiast, then just build your own from scratch. But at $79.99, it isn't a bad price at all, really. I liked using this keyboard, though I do like a fuckier sound when it comes to key presses, but still, I was very hard pressed to find much wrong with the Yunzii YZ87. Thank you very much for checking out our video review of the Yunzii YZ87 gaming keyboard. If you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to keep up with our latest tech and gaming videos, and also let us know in the comments down below what you think about this keyboard. Is it something you would go for over the Epoch Maker? Because of course these two do look extremely similar, which I will show you again because this is uncanny. But let us know in the comments down below which keyboard you would go for. As I say, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.